Hello, and thanks for joining me for this mat strength and stretch routine. A lot of these moves are Pilates inspired, no Pilates experience needed, but think about long, lengthening the muscles, stretching while we're doing the strength workout. I'm using a pair of 5-pound weights, anything from 3 pounds all the way up to 10. If you really want to work on the strength, go for it. Start lighter as always for your first time. We're going to start on our hands and knees. And just before we get started, a few tips for wrist health and strength and comfort. So one idea is to really distribute the weight, spreading the fingers wide on your mat. So when you're on your hands and knees, you'll be real surprised just by spreading the fingers. Think like a starfish, as wide as you can, really helps distribute the weight. Another tip is to take your mat, give it a little fold, and that provides a lot of extra comfort. That's going to, again, take the pressure off the wrist. And then finally, you can always use a pair of your weights right underneath your shoulders. And that keeps from breaking the wrist, takes the pressure because it keeps the wrist straight, taking the pressure off. So just a few tips for you for your wrist comfort. We're going to begin on our hands and knees, warming up the spine with a cat-cow. So knees are underneath those hips and wrists underneath the shoulders. Pull the belly button to the spine. Drop your chin, round that back up. And then hips come up and chin comes up, shoulders down and back. Again, little bend in the elbows, round up. Drop the chin, navel to the spine. And chin up. One more time. And let's come to a nice neutral spine. Maybe bringing your knees slightly in on the right leg and extend your left leg straight out to the back, toes on the floor. Weight then comes into the left hand. Right arm comes behind, hand really open up that elbow and stretch up. And then lower down, dropping the elbow towards the floor, towards the other hand. Such a great exercise for our posture. Inhale, elbow comes up. Exhale down. Of course, we're keeping our core engaged this entire time. You'll find that as we warm up here, you'll get a little bit more mobility. Two more. And last one. Let's switch to the other side. Right hand comes down, left knee comes in. Extend right leg back behind you. Straight leg, toe on the ground, shifting the weight into the right hand. Fingers behind the ear. We reach up, elbow to the sky, and then come down. It's okay if you're not rotating as much. We'll get you stronger. It's a mobility and flexibility exercise here. You also might find that you're more flexible in one side, and that's totally normal. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last two. Finishing here, release the left hand, bring the other knee in, shift your bottom back onto your heels, walk your hands forward into a child's pose, trapping your forehead if that's comfortable for you. Nice release for the lower back. One more deep breath in. and out. Okay, we're gonna switch to our bottoms. Grab one weight into a challenging ab exercise. Feet are hip width apart, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're gonna tuck a little pelvis tuck here, so we come into a little Pilates curve. Weight is gonna stay at our chest. We're gonna lean back. If you're able to, touch that elbow to the mat. Then we come up, elbow comes towards the other knee. If that's not available to you, I just want you to lean back with a little torso twist. You don't have to come all the way back. So you do you. Let's go. We're gonna stay on that same side. So we come back, up and twist. Inhale back. Exhale. Find your breath here. Navel stays into the spine, so don't let the tummy dome out. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, starting off strong. Same thing, other side. So we come back, either elbow comes to the floor or not, and then twist. So good for all sections of our abdominals. It's nice to do them at the beginning of the workout because then they're activated. Just easier to find them for the rest of the workout. Almost there. Can you twist a little bit more? Last one. Release the weight. Little stretch, extend the legs. Forward fold. Again, feeling a little release in that lower back. Maybe a little shake out in the legs. If you need to bend your knees, that is just fine. And come on up. One hand at the side. Reach up nice and tall. Big side bend. Just a quick release here before we come down on our backs to work our chest, backs, triceps, and biceps. One more time each side. Big stretch over. Okay. Have the weights on either side of you. Tug that tailbone, tummy in. Let's roll it down. You can always support your head and neck with a pillow if you like. Grabbing your weights, one in each hand. I'm going to start with the weights in front of our chest, and I want you to push them together. And then we're going to come up, nice powerful move, straightening your arms. And then we come down slow for 3, 2, and 1. We push up, down for 3, 2, and 1. Push up. Think of the elbows coming down at a 45-degree angle. Push up. And then the more you push those weights together, the more you're getting out of it for your chest. Slow down. Quick up. Down 3, 2, 1. Push up. 3, 2, 1. Push up. 3, 2, 1. Push up. 2 more. Push up and hold. I want you to flip your wrists so they're facing away from you. Arms come out to the side, and then we crisscross up top. Out to the side, crisscross up top. And again, weights are right in front of your chest. You have a slight bend in the elbow. And see if you can tap the ends of your weights on the floor before you come back up. Squeeze that chest, crisscross. You got it. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them back up top. Turn so your wrists and the weights face each other. And then 1 at a time, doing a skull crusher. So the weight is going to come down to the side of your head towards your ear. And then we straighten that arm. It comes right back up. Alternating sides, down and left. Lower and lift. Hello, triceps. Back and left. Slow and controlled. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn the wrist towards you and then slowly lower down all the way by our sides. Okay, relaxing those shoulders, keeping the elbows pressed into the mat. We're going to bicep curl all the way up and down. Again, slow and controlled. Keep your elbows close to your sides. And again, the elbows don't leave the mat. So you're not only going to feel this in your biceps, but those triceps have been activated as well. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, weights are going to come together again, 1 or 2 weights. Walk your heels a little closer to your bum. We're going to take the weights overhead. So do 1 practice 1. We go all the way back and then we pull forward. If you're feeling that in your shoulders, a sharp pain, go to 1 weight and just hold the side. So 1 or 2 weights. We come back. And then as we lift forward, I want you to press your heels into the ground and lift your glutes up off the mat into a glute bridge. So we lower both and bring both up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Keep the core engaged. So think about trying to keep the ribs from flaring. Using our thighs, glutes, and abs, and of course, shoulders, chest, and back here with this powerhouse move. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Again, push up through the heels to lift your butt up off the mat. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips, lower the weights. We're going to come onto our side using 1 weight, which is totally optional. We're going to support our head in our hand, and then we're going to keep our knees and our hips at a 90-degree angle here. So try to line your shins up if you're using a mat. And the hand, the shoulder, the hips are all in a line here too. Again, optional weight for 1 giant combo move here. Weight is being held on top of that thigh to add the extra resistance. We lift the leg. We extend it straight out to the side. Tap the toe. Lift the leg again. Bend it, bring it in, and lower it down. So we lift, extend, tap, lift, bend, and lower. You got it. Lift, straighten, tap, lift, bend, and lower. Working the hips and the smaller muscles in the glutes here. Drop the weight if you need to. We only have 2 more. Lift, extend, bend, and drop. Last one. I know it's firing up. Nice work. Put that weight down. A few other exercises before we hit the other side. I want you to roll over onto your tummy and watch me demonstrate first, because then I want you to keep your head down. You're going to support your forehead on top of your hands. Really want you to press your pelvis into the mat and activating that core. So we're squeezing our glutes. We're doing a glute exercise, and you're going to feel a little bit in that lower back as well. So again, what we're going to do is lift one leg at a time, not far. Really think about strengthening and lengthening that leg. So straighten the knee as much as possible. We flex, we point, and we lower down. We alternate sides. So we lift, flex, point, and lower. Okay, now lower your head, forehead on your mat. I'll talk you through it. Here we go. Hip bones pressed into the mat. Lift the leg, flex, point, and lower. We lift, flex, point, and lower. Lift, flex, point, and lower. Again, trying to keep that knee, flex, point, and lower as straight as possible. Lift, and lift. The whole movement comes from the glutes. Navel pulled into the spine. Again, you shouldn't be able to lift the leg very high if you're doing it correctly. Lift, flex, point, and lower. Lift, flex, point, and lower. Last one, lift, flex, point, and lower. Nice job. Bring the hands to about chest width. One push up, and then sit back again into a child's pose. Hips coming onto the heels. Release any tension in that lower back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, one more exercise on our hands and knees, working into the back and more into the triceps. So you can use those tips from before for your wrists, holding on the weights, folding your mat, or wide fingers. Whatever works for you. I'm going to hold my weights for now. So we're going to make sure we're lined up correctly. Lift the hand up to the hip. Shoulders are square, hips are square. We extend back, keeping that elbow high and down. So row back, extend, in and down. Lift, extend. Keep the core pulled in. Another great move for our posture. 2 more. And same thing other side. Pull that weight up to your hips. Extend long behind you. And release. Lift. Extend. Bend. Release. Make it different. Movements, right? Don't drop it. Bend it first, then release it down. Lift, extend, bend, then lower. You got it. Few more. Last one. And lower. Okay. Coming on to our other side for the sideline series. Again, optional one weight. Supporting the head and neck with our hands, hips and knees at a 90-degree angle. Weight comes on top of that leg if you're using it. We lift straight up, extend to the side, tap the toe, and lift. Bring it in. Drop, lift, extend, tap, lift. Nice job. Everything stays at about hip level here. Halfway there. Tap and lift. Then lower, lift. That burn's coming on. Just 2 more. And last one. And lower. Nice work, my friends. We do the section laying on our back with the chest and the arms one more time, and then we stretch. So coming back onto our backs, one weight on each side. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit on you though. So if you remember, the first move was pressing the weights together. Instead of going down for 3 in a slow count, we're going to go up for 3, nice and slow, then bring it down. Join me, press 2, 3, and lower. Remember to push those weights together to really activate those chest muscles, especially if you're using lighter weights. We can really use our own resistance to increase the weight, or the perceived weight, the resistance. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Two more. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Bring them back up. This time for our flies, no crisscross, so our palms are going to stay facing each other. We take the arms out to the side and squeeze together. Try to keep your lower back here pressed into the mat. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as you squeeze together. And you have a slight bend in your elbows. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we have the skull crushers. Option to do one at a time, like we did in our first round, or if you want a bigger challenge, let's do doubles. So here we go. Down and up. Nothing's moving but that elbow joint. And straighten. Final 4, 3, 2, last one. Again, turn the palms towards you, slowly lower the weights down, and we have another set of bicep curls. Here we go. Squeeze in and lower. Again, elbows are close to our sides, and try to keep the elbows on the mat. Slow and control. Almost there, guys. You are so strong. Stay with me. 3, 2, and 1. And then finally we go back to those overhead pulls with the glute bridge. So 1 or 2 weights. Remember, keep that lower back pressed into the floor. Rib to hip connection. Don't let the ribs flare. Pull up, press into the heels, squeeze your butt. And down again, slow and controlled. Inhale. Exhale. No pressure on your head, neck, or shoulders here. Final 4, 3, 2. So good. This is such a great exercise for those postural muscles again. And 1. Slowly lower the hips. Lower the weights, put them off to the side. Extend your legs long and arms overhead. Reach your fingertips and toes as far apart as you can. Oh, take a deep breath. And then from here, the backs of your hands are against the mat. I want you to bend your elbows like into a W position. Slowly slide them down. Trying to keep your forearms on the floor. Opening up your chest, feeling the stretch in your shoulders. And inhale, reach back up. And exhale, pull down. Try to maintain that lower back pressed into the mat. And one more time, big inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and hug our knees in and do a little rock and roll here for our lower backs. Releasing any tension. And then lower one foot to the mat and lower the other. From here, let's pull one knee into your chest. Extend the leg up. Gently pull behind your thigh for that hamstring stretch. Straighten the knee as much as you can. It's okay if you need to bend it though. Sometimes a little articulation or a bend straight feels good. And then ever so slightly, we're gonna cross the midline here of the body, keeping your hips on the mat, feeling a stretch in the IT band. So all the way down the side of your leg. Deep breath in here. Exhale, come back to center. Take that same leg across ankle on top of the other thigh. Lifting the bottom foot, grabbing behind the thigh if you can, knees coming out to the side. Gently pull in for the beautiful stretch in the hip and the glutes here. Let's cross the leg all the way over the other if you're able to. If not, cross at the ankles. Again, hug in here, going a little deeper into the glute. And then let the knees fall all the way to the side. And then torso twist your arms to the other side. Oh, that feels amazing. Take a few deep breaths here on your own. Let go of any tension in that back. And when you're ready to, torso comes back to center. Maybe help your legs come back to center. Uncross and we'll go to the other side. We hug the one knee in and extend up. Grabbing wherever you're able. Gently pull back. Then let's take that same leg, again keeping hips square on the floor. Gently pull across the body. Big inhale, breathe into it. And back to center, crossing ankle above that knee, lifting the bottom foot, grabbing behind the thighs. And let's cross the leg all the way over. And again, one more hug in. Let the knees fall all the way to the side and then torso twist to the other. Big inhale. And exhale. Arms come to center. Legs come to center. Let's go ahead and bring them towards me if they're not all the way there. Gently push yourself up. We'll finish in a seated position. If that's not comfortable for you, you can extend your legs straight out. Sitting up nice and tall, just a few stretches for our shoulders. Reach it out to the side, your right arm, and then give me some rotations in that shoulder. So flip the palm to the back and then flip up. And then pull it nice and close in front. Drop the shoulder down. And then release it, left arm out to the side. Gently pull it back first. And then shoulder rotations, palm back, palm up. Rotating from that shoulder. Great for mobility. And then we hug it in close. Oh, that feels good. Release the arms down. Wrist circles here to the outside. Let's get all those creaks and cracks out. Releasing any tension from the hands and the knees. And then extend your right arm towards me. Palms down, and then very ever so gently give the wrist a little stretch by pulling back softly on the fingertips. And release it down. This time circle the wrists to the inside. And extend left arm out. Straighten that elbow. Help stretch the bicep. And again, gently pull back on those fingers. Really important that we keep that range of motion, keeping that flexibility. So stretching out those wrists. And release. One arm up. Big side bend to the side. And release it down. Inhale up. Exhale, reach over. And then I want you to lean back with your hands behind you and just open up your chest here. So really stretching, you might feel it in your abdominals, in your chest, and the fronts of your shoulders. A little arch in your back. And then I want you to bring the arms forward, round the back, gaze at your navel, and then open up nice and tall. Again, round forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round that back. Pull the arms together one more time. And then one arm to the head, ever so gently. Ear comes to the shoulder for that next stretch. Back to center. Switching sides, extend your left arm long. Right ear to right shoulder. And again, lift the chin. One final deep inhale, arms come up. and exhale down. Thank you for working out with me, my friends. Leave me a comment, give it a like, share with a friend. Thanks for working out with me. We'll see you next time.